लुकिंग एट वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग सिचुएशन कि जहाँ पर पोस्ट समर हम थोड़ी सी डिस्कशन कर सकते हैं। और जिस तरीके का सीज़न अभी तक रहा है, हाउ डू यू लुक एट इट सर, और कैसे देख रहे हैं अभी तक का जो प्राइमा फेसी सिनेरियो आपने देखा इस बार समर में? ऑलमोस्ट ऑल अराउंड कह सकते हैं कि बाइंग देखने मिली है, हमारे सेक्टर को कितना फ़ायदा रहा है सर?
Good afternoon. It's a pleasure interacting with you. Thank you for having me in your show. Obviously, it was some great summer season, which is happening after a couple of years. As you're aware, 2021 as well as 2020 summer season was a washout. We have to compare with the 2019 summer if you want to really look at how the summer has gone so far. So compared with 2021, it will be phenomenal. Compared with 2020, it will be phenomenal. So the right comparison, if I look at it, is 2019. That is for the period. And I had mentioned this earlier, it is better to look at January to May or January to June because people end up buying, the dealers end up buying in March some months, and the customers also. The peak demand happens some years in May, some years in June, some year in April. Nowadays, more it happens in the month of April, the peak summer sales. So if I can indicate to you that for the period January to May, compared with 2019, January to May 2022, it is around 39% growth, which is good. Despite several price increases have taken place over the past couple of years. So June also has gone on well, so one will wait for the month to end and you will hear from us in the month of July. On the whole, the summer season went on well, but there was a expectation. So if you recollect, in April, the summer is very harsh, the temperatures are soaring, there is going to be 200% growth, 300% growth. I always maintain that at the end of the day, whatever be the season, the growth is somewhere between 25 to 30, it should be. That I'm happy that it is somewhere around 39% for the period January to June versus January to May. That's what I'm seeing. The going forward, I think the inflation, interest rates may have some kind of impact on the sales because the consumer finance scheme is going to cost more. One will wait for the festival season. But the good news is the commodity prices are coming under control. So let us see. We are optimistic about FY23 on the whole.
ओके सर, लुकिंग एट द सिचुएशन, जैसे हमने देखा है कि प्राइस हाइक्स जो हैं वो ऑलरेडी हुए थे और इसका कोई सेंटिमेंटल इम्पैक्ट आपने देखा है डिमांड सिनेरियो पर? ऑब्वियसली थोड़ा सा प्रीमेच्योर होगा बातचीत करना फाइनल नंबर्स पर, लेकिन ओवरऑल सेंटिमेंट्स के हिसाब से आपने कैसे देखा सर, जो प्राइस हाइक्स हमने लिए थे और बाकी अभी जो सिचुएशन है रॉ मटेरियल का, उन सबको देखते हुए, बिकॉज मेटल प्राइसेस को काफ़ी ऊपर नीचे हो रहे हैं, तो उस इन्फ्लेशन का भी कैसे आप मेंटेन कर रहे हैं? सब चीज़ों की बात करें सर यहाँ पर।
In the summer season, specifically the pent-up demand of 2 summers, people have not bought the material. So the sentiment, you can't judge there at all because people are rushing to buy this product in order to keep themselves cool. So it wasn't. But from the dealer side, you can see some changes in the sense the moment there is a interest rate hike, the dealers are being cautious in storing the inventory, which we could witness in the month of June. The dealers are going cautious in terms of, but there is also another reason why dealers will not be very aggressive is there is an energy label change from 1st of July. So they will be looking forward to the new labeled products and what the pricing of that will be. And in any case, summer demand is over. There is going to be only the festival demand. At that point of a time, we will deal with it like that. So therefore, there will be a lull period, July, August. It will pick up from Onam season onwards. So you can really see some kind of a sentiment being of the dealers being impacted at this point of time. But again, we are not concerned. The why I am very optimistic about room air conditioners is the fact that the penetration levels are so very low, and it is time in India this product category accelerates. So therefore, doing a 15% growth over FY19 for the full financial year should not be a problem at all. It should automatically happen, despite all these headwinds that are being talked about.
Okay, let's discuss the segment-wise situation. How is B2B is doing right now? और हमें ये समझना है पर्टिकुलरली सर कि कंज्यूमर सेंटिमेंट्स में हमने ऑलरेडी बात की इसके ऊपर, लेकिन इन्फ्लेशन जो है वो काफ़ी वॉलेटाइल है, ग्लोबली भी है, तो उसको देखते हुए जियोग्राफी वाइज अगर आप थोड़ा सा बता सके कि सेंटिमेंट्स कैसे दिख रहे हैं पर्टिकुलरली कंज्यूमर्स की बात करें तो.
The question is that whether the regulator should act on inflation. Yes, because that's a very fundamental thing the country has to control, and the interest rate hike is necessary. It has been brought in. So we should accept that. Now, what happens is when the inflation is being controlled, you are also seeing commodity prices coming under control. Otherwise, it was going out of hands. Now we find copper coming under control, steel coming under control, zinc, aluminum. So therefore, the metal prices, because in a product, all these are input costs. So that is one welcome thing. At least the cost side of it will be managed well. The second part is connected with the B2B. Now, it is driven by specific sectors. Number one is the government infra spending continues to be good. So therefore, water-related MEP projects or metro railways, airports, this kind of segments continues to be good. Order closures are taking place. The second one is the manufacturing. Everyone is expanding manufacturing capacity. There are PLI schemes which are, or the capacity has reached a particular stage they need to, or certain new manufacturing that are, the EMS or the electric vehicle batteries like that. So much of manufacturing is happening in the country. So we are a beneficiary of that. The MEP projects for factories, we are a leading player. In data centers, we are a leading player. These segments are all doing well. Now, in the real growth is also taking place in tier 3, 4, 5 markets, where showroom, boutiques are getting air conditioned for the first time in small towns. So the medium-sized package air conditioning or VRF systems, the demand continues to be good. Now, the challenge for us, as I see it, is not going to be from the revenue growth. We have to manage the margins. So how you will do that? A, you have to wait for the commodity prices to stabilize. Product innovations, value engineering should be a continuous process. So we continue to invest there. So the sum and substance of that is that there are specific sectors in B2B, like manufacturing, infra, and data centers. These are doing well. Tier 3, 4, 5 seem to be flourishing. A lot of things are happening in those markets.
Okay, definitely, sir. Next, I would like to discuss about is the market share. We definitely have gained some sort of leverage in the market share. I would like to know about that, and in this summer season, how we have performed overall. Let's discuss about that, sir.
I think we gained market share marginally. It should be somewhere between 13.25% to 13.5%. So one would wait for actually the June month also to be over to assess. So our pursuit has been very clear that we will continue to grow faster than the market, and our aim is to reach a market share goal of 15. In that, the big strategic change that we have made is to address the belly of the market with affordable premium range of products that we have introduced. The next one is expanding our distribution footprint in the northern region, which we are progressing very well. And the third one is the making the brand relevant for those Hindi-speaking markets. So our own positioning, Virat Kohli as a brand ambassador, vernacular advertising, digital advertising penetration. These things are going very well. So we are committed to that, reaching that 15% market share by FY25, which we will definitely.
Okay, definitely. So that sentiment is also there, and we would definitely look forward to it. Also, sir, हम थोड़ा सा margins पर समझना चाहते थे. ऑलरेडी आपने बहुत अच्छे से समझाया है. सो जिस तरीके के सेंटिमेंट्स हैं अभी फ़िलहाल ग्लोबली जो हम बात कर रहे हैं इन्फ्लेशन के हिसाब से या बाकी सब चीज़ों के हिसाब से, हमारे पर्टिकुलर मार्जिन्स पर कोई असर अब यहाँ से आगे देखना चाहिए? कोई ट्रेंड लाइन अगर आप दे सके, कोई गाइडेंस अगर आप दे सकें, नंबर नहीं, एक ब्रॉड बेस्ड अगर आप बात करें तो भी सही रहेगा सर.
Yes, we had indicated. See, when we had stated while discussing the results for FY22, our goal is to deliver a margin of 8% to 8.5% in the segment 2, which is the cooling product segment, which is primarily driven by room air conditioners. So I am very confident for the full financial year FY23, we should be delivering 8 to 8.5% operating margin. Now, there may be, we carried inventory. It was a high inflation period in terms of commodity prices. So Q1 may not be the representation, but we know going forward, these margins will be protected as we come out with new range of optimized products as the months go by. Now, the second important thing is there are, TV18 itself had asked the question, what other levers are there? One is you are building the scale, so the operating cost leverage should be coming into play. The important thing is that by October, November, we expect to commission the Sri City manufacturing unit, which gives us a lot of cost advantage. Basically because close to 45% of our sales is from southern region. Today, the material is moving from Himachal Pradesh. You can imagine raw material coming to Navsheva port, it all the way moves to Himachal Pradesh. Finished goods move from Himachal Pradesh all the way down to Kanyakumari. Now, Sri City factory, incoming material can come to Krishnapatnam port or Ennur port, and finished goods can reach any of the southern states, Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, Puducherry, Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Karnataka, overnight. So therefore, inventory holding period is low, transportation cost is low, therefore we have got a cost lever there. Other thing you might have noticed, I think the category room air conditioner advertising spends as a percentage of revenue has dropped. You saw in IPL, and overall, if you look at all the medium, digital as well as television, print, you are not seeing the category advertising so much. So our principle is that our advertising spend and will be correlating with our market share. That is, the share of voice of our share of expense will be same as our market share and slightly more. So therefore, I think we are having some cushion there. So I'm confident that 8 to 8.5% margin for segment 2 for FY23 is feasible.